Our dairy operation started here in 2007. My wife and I started it from scratch.
Mark and Claire Siebert may have started their 100-acre dairy farm from scratch, but today, it's their bread and butter.
If you run a dairy farm in Maryland, you can never afford to take your eyes off the bottom line. Here at Clear Spring Creamery in Washington County, everything from solar panels to yogurt go into strategies to keep the business going.
This morning, Mark and his son Paul are milking cows, but fresh milk isn't the only product keeping their business churning.
We are taking a commodity product, the milk, we're converting it into a finished product, whether it's chocolate milk or a yogurt or a cheese, and we're marketing ourselves, and that's a viable model for us.
For Mark, it's not about the quantity of milk that cows produce, rather the quality. That's why he chooses to milk his cows only once a day.
You end up with higher butter fat and higher protein content in the milk. Because they're producing less volume, the nutrients and the fat and the protein are more concentrated in the end result product. And so it is a little bit of a different consistency than typical milk.
Often dairy farmers feed the calves milk replacer, an instant formula. This allows the farmers to save the mother's milk to sell. But the Sieberts want the calves to nurse off their mothers.
By letting the calves consume that milk, we actually take away some of the excess milk that we don't really have the capability to process and market ourselves. So hopefully it's a win-win situation. They prefer it, and it helps us manage our milk flow.
The Sieberts herd of 65 cows is entirely grass-fed.
When the cows are outside on a daily basis, their health is good. When they're grazing good green grass, they produce a nice product without a whole lot of influence from us.
They're free to range on the pasture year-round, within the boundaries of a fence, of course.
We have the cattle in a different area of the farm each and every day. We're grazing new grass, providing that fresh feed to give them optimum nutrition.
5 years ago, Mark installed solar panels on his farm.
Our overarching principle with this farm is to leave as little of a footprint as we can. So part of that is to consume as little energy as possible.
Today, the sun powers about 75% of the farm's energy needs, including the on-farm bottling plant.
This is where Claire bottles her drinkable yogurt, and I want to learn all about that. And then I want to see how she uses it for cooking.
The drinkable yogurt is pasteurized, processed, and packaged right here on the farm. Today, Claire is filling up about 200 bottles of plain yogurt. So, what makes this different from the yogurt you get in cups?
It's essentially the same thing. It has the same cultures generally, but it doesn't have the thickeners or the stabilizers in it, so the texture is a little less thick. But basically, it's just drinkable because we break up the curd before we bottle it.
Claire, I love to use yogurt when I cook. I like to use it in stews, in soups, and curries. Anytime I want to make a dish feel really, really creamy. What do you like to do with it?
We love to make this really simple salad dressing. We just take our plain yogurt, which we made today. Would you like to try some?
Oh yeah, I really would.
And then we just add some honey, some Dijon mustard, and some celery seed. Whip it together, and it's ready to go.
Wow, that is really nice. It's very fresh tasting. It's a little bit sour, but it's so creamy. Would you mind putting some on this salad here?
Yep.
Let's give it a try. What else can you do with it?
So with plain yogurt, you can use it anywhere you would normally use sour cream. We love it just with fresh fruit in the morning. It's very versatile.
Well, if you'd like to try this recipe, we're going to put it on our website, mpt.org/farm. You can try it at home.
Stream anytime, anywhere with the free PBS app.